My beloved soul, have you ever felt that your existence has turned into a script you didn't author, a play where you are the lead actress, but whose scenes appear chaotic and disjointed? I have observed you, on your daily stage, trying to make sense amid a series of occurrences that seem to lack rhyme or reason. People enter and exit. Openings appear and close with unsettling speed. What was solid yesterday is uncertain today. And amidst this apparent disorder, I hear your silent prayer, the plea of your spirit for stability, for clarity, for solid ground beneath your feet. You have felt like a vessel on a rough sea, without a clear rudder, driven by tides of external events you cannot direct. And your spirit grows weary. Weary of attempting to grasp, weary of trying to adjust, weary of attempting to foresee the next action. You look toward the sky and ask, Father, what is occurring today? I came to sit with you in the audience of your life, to give you the script that I, the author, have been preparing from the very start. What I will show you next can transform your path, because what you perceive as disorder is, in reality, my most intricate and deliberate arrangement. Not a single scene is out of place. Not one participant has entered or departed randomly. There is a deep spiritual basis, a divine objective, behind absolutely everything happening right now. You are not in disarray. You are in a shift, a transition so significant, so monumental that it requires a complete reorganization of your surroundings. What you sense as precariousness is, in fact, my hand repositioning the pieces for your greatest advancement. Before we continue, state this declaration of belief in the comments. I am guided by God's love and insight. This is your act of yielding to the director, trusting that even when the scene makes no sense, a greater plan is unfolding. Now settle your heart. Your confusion is about to give way to reverent wonder. My daughter, pay attention now, because the first part of my orchestration is what I call the Great Sifting. I am lovingly shaking up your world. And everything that can be unsettled is being unsettled. And I know this is uncomfortable. You have seen personal attachments that were your foundation prove unstable. Friendships you believed were permanent have suddenly drifted apart. This did not occur by chance. I am sifting through your connections. I am permitting those who lack the necessary makeup to accompany you into your next phase to step away. People who, though kind-hearted, would keep you confined to your former self, to your old limitations. Their departure is not a dismissal. It is an act of mercy. I am clearing space in your life for new, divinely matched relationships. People who will not only support you, but propel you toward your calling. You have seen your sources of security shaken, perhaps your employment, your finances, your physical condition, and fear has visited your spirit. But I am sifting through your dependencies. I am purposefully taking away the props you relied upon so that you can learn once and for all to lean solely on me, the rock that cannot be moved. I am not leaving you unsupported. I am teaching you to anchor your security in a place that no person or thing can take from you. And I have been sifting through your belief systems. Concepts about yourself, about me, about life that you carried for years are being challenged. And this has generated a spiritual test. But this is not a test designed to ruin you, but to refine you. I am shaking away the falsehood so that only the truth remains standing. I am breaking down your religion of rules and achievement to build a relationship of deep affection and grace within you. There is an essential truth you must grasp before proceeding. The sifting is not intended to eliminate you. It is intended to eliminate everything in you and around you that is not eternal, that is not based on belief, that cannot enter your promised land. Now, before we proceed, post this in the comments. I place my trust in the Lord. By doing so, you reinforce your belief and share encouragement with others needing to sense my presence to call out. It is your declaration that you trust the process of the sifter, even when it is awkward. If this message resonated, please support this effort by clicking thanks and help circulate words of guidance, encouragement, and inspiration to many lives. What remains after the sifting will be pure, strong, and true. My precious soul, as the sifting removes what is superficial, an even deeper operation is occurring, the dismantling of your inner strongholds. My arrangement is not just about what surrounds you, but about what resides inside you. For years, you constructed defenses based on past encounters. The stronghold of self-sufficiency, which states, "I don't need anyone." The fortress of control, which tries to manage every detail to avert pain. The barricade of perfectionism, which seeks safety in external approval. These defenses, which once served a purpose, have now become your confinement. They keep you small, anxious, and separated from my favor. And lately, I have sent my battering rams of love against these walls. Every situation where you were forced to seek assistance was me shaking your fortress of self-reliance. Every personal plan that failed despite your best efforts was me demolishing your fortress of control. Every time you were confronted with your own incompleteness and had to depend on my grace, it was me shattering your fortress of needing perfection. You viewed these events as setbacks, as humiliations, and I view them as your liberation. The noise, the dust, the sense that everything is falling apart, that is the sound of your walls collapsing. That is the sound of your cell door being forced open. I cannot bring you into the spacious territory of your calling while you insist on living in the cramped basement of your defenses. What I will reveal next can redefine your path. I am making you vulnerable so that you can become impenetrable. For your true invincibility is not in your walls, but in your total reliance on me. A spirit that lives open and yielded to my presence is the most secure spirit in existence. I, your God, am sending you a distinct sign. The confirmation you anticipate rests in this scripture, Psalm 18:2, which states, "The Lord is my rock, my fortress and my deliverer. My God is my rock, in whom I take refuge, my shield and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold." Post in the comments, "I receive this message and am blessed," and send warmth and protection to someone you care for, affirming that the Lord is their stronghold. If this message resonated, show your support with a thanks and help circulate this message of light. Before we proceed, let me guide you towards something I prepared to further strengthen your belief. If you feel a need for inner healing, spiritual reconnection, purpose and success aligned with my heart, a 31-day experience awaits you. Each day was created for me to communicate more deeply with you. If you wish to follow this route, the link is in the description and the first pinned comment. Now, let's continue. If you haven't subscribed yet, do so now to keep receiving messages of light. Stop trying to rebuild the walls I am taking down and start finding your refuge solely in me. My blessed soul. My arrangement is not solely about removing and tearing down. It is above all about preparing and constructing. While your external world appears disordered, I am actually establishing a new and more glorious order. The spiritual reason behind everything happening now is a grand realignment. I am setting you back in sync with your genuine assignment. Distractions have been cleared. False identities have been shaken. And now, in the quiet and the space created, you can finally discern the calling I placed in your spirit from eternity. A calling unique to you, perfectly utilizing your talents, your passions, and your history. The turbulence was the process of clearing the stage for your authentic debut. I am aligning you with the right people. As some have departed, new figures will start to appear, not by chance. I am coordinating divine appointments. I am bringing your destiny helpers into your life. Those who carry the keys, the resources, the encouragement for your next phase. These will be connections that don't drain you, but energize you. Alliances founded on shared direction, not on need. And I am aligning you with my timing. You may have felt delayed, as if you wasted your time. But in my economy, there are no delays. You are precisely where you need to be. And everything that has occurred up to this point was preparation for the Kairos, my opportune moment, which is now opening over your life. What you accomplish in the coming years will have greater impact than everything you did in all the decades preceding. I am restoring the time. And to bring all this into position, I needed to create a ground zero, a moment of apparent turbulence where I could reorganize every element without interference from your old patterns. What you are experiencing now is your 0 point. It is the instant before the big bang of your new creation. Post in the comments a list of people, including yourself, whom you wish to accept. Picture each one, send them warmth and say, "I accept you and set you free. May peace be with you." Feel the lightness and liberty acceptance brings. Repeat this practice daily to build inner calm and release anxiety. Acceptance is your cooperation with my realignment. It is you letting go of the final anchors binding you to your old configuration, allowing me to move you freely toward the new one. My precious soul, your role in this divine orchestration is not to try to comprehend every detail, but to learn to move with the conductor. And the movement I call you to now is that of active reliance. Reliance is not passivity. It is not sitting back and waiting for everything to resolve itself. It is a partnership. Your first discipline in this dance is listening. Amid the noise of the transition, I am whispering my instructions. Quiet your spirit. Turn off the voices of fear and outside opinion, and incline your ear toward my subtle direction. It will arrive as intuition, as peace, as a recurring thought. Learn to recognize my voice and heed it, even if the step lacks logical sense. Your obedience to the small step unlocks the large progression. The second discipline is appreciation. It is simple to be grateful when things are calm, but mature belief is thankful amidst the turmoil. Thank me for the sifting, for the demolition, for the realignment. Give thanks for every piece moving, even if you cannot see the complete picture. Appreciation is your declaration of faith that you trust the artist, even when the canvas appears blurred. It shifts your inner atmosphere from worry to devotion, and it is in devotion that miracles are conceived. The third discipline is keeping your hands open. In this phase, many things will be removed from your grasp, and many new things will be placed there. If your hands are clenched, clutching what is leaving, you cannot receive what is arriving. Release. Yield. Your security is not in what you hold, but in the one who holds you. Exist with your palms turned upward, in a posture of constant giving over and reception. There is a deep truth I want you to grasp. Your greatest contribution to this orchestration is not your strenuous effort, but your surrender. Not your might, but your trust. Not your clarity, but your willingness to walk in mine. And with every movement of trust you make, you are, in essence, co-creating your beautiful future with me. My daughter, this grand realignment is directing you toward a destination. And what is the ultimate point of all this shifting? It is to position you for your legacy. I am not merely moving you to a better setting. I am moving you to your most fruitful station. The life emerging from this turbulence will be one of impact. Your account of how I guided you through confusion into clarity will become a source of hope for countless others feeling lost. Your story of how I transformed your mess into your message will become a roadmap for others. Your empathy, forged in your own pain, will make you an effective helper. Your insight, born from your struggles, will make you a sought-after counselor. What the adversary intended for your ruin, the disorder, the uncertainty, the instability, I am turning into your greatest qualification for service. You will not need to search for a calling. Your calling will find you. People and opportunities will start coming your way, drawn by the illumination of your redeemed life. And the result you yield in this new phase will not be small or scarce. It will be abundant and lasting. It will be fruit that nourishes your children and your children's children. It will be fruit of peace, joy, and reconciliation that changes your family line permanently. It will be fruit of creativity and service that leaves a mark on this world long after you are gone. You are not just being saved from chaos, you are being commissioned from it. You are being elevated from a victim of circumstances to an agent of my redemption on earth. Embrace this calling. Your birth pains are about to usher in something much larger than yourself, something that will bless the world. Share this video with 2 dear people who need this message of hope and faith. Let's build a chain of mutual support and affection. Post a comment with a prayer of faith and hope. A simple, Lord, may my life be a demonstration of your power to bring order to the disorder. Use me is your acceptance of this divine advancement. My precious soul, the peace you sought will not arrive with the cessation of movement, but with your comprehension of it. Peace is not the absence of change. It is the presence of me amidst the change. And the tranquility I grant you today comes from understanding. The calm of knowing your life is not out of control. The calm of knowing every event has a purpose. The calm of knowing you are being perfectly positioned for your greatest blessing. This peace, will become your anchor. As the waves of change continue around you, you will remain steady, not through your own power, but because your anchor is fastened to the rock of my supreme authority. And this calm will become your testimony. People will observe you amidst the same instability they face, and see in you a composure that defies logic. And your serenity will be more intriguing and more attractive than any spectacular miracle. They will want what you possess, and you will be able to give them the secret. Trust in the conductor. What I want you to start practicing is the art of dwelling in the eye of the storm. The world around you may spin, but in the center where you and I abide, there is perfect stillness. Learn to retreat to this center several times a day, through a deep breath, through a silent petition, through a moment of thankfulness. Reconnect with your anchor. Recall what I revealed to you today. Your stability is not found in trying to stop the wind, but in securing yourself to the rock that the wind cannot displace. And with every day you practice this, you will become more and more unshakable. Your life will become a beacon, a tower of peace amidst a sea of turmoil. My beloved soul, we have reached the end of our exchange. The script has been revealed. The reason for the disruption has been uncovered. And your spirit, I pray, has found its rest in the center of my orchestration. You are no longer a victim of your history. You are a conscious partner in what I am achieving. You no longer see chaos. You see choreography. You no longer sense dread. You sense anticipation. Your part, starting today, is simply to keep dancing. Trust my movements. Even when I spin you and you feel dizzy. Even when I lift you and you fear the height. Even when I hold you close in the quiet. I am your dance partner, and I will never let you fall. Your most magnificent performance is just commencing. The music is swelling, the stage lights are coming up, and the world is about to witness the beauty of what occurs when a soul fully relies on its divine choreographer. Do not fear change anymore. Do not resist movement anymore. Embrace the dance, because it is in this motion that you will discover your liberty, your purpose, and your deepest delight. Your life is not falling apart. It is finally coming together. If this message resonated with you and your situation, write in the comments. I trust the divine orchestration for my life. Your words strengthen your belief and also light the way for others who need this guidance. Share your reflections in the comments. And before we conclude, I need to guide you to something I specially prepared for you. I have seen your quest for inner healing, spiritual reconnection, a new purpose, and prosperity coming from my hands. None of this is accidental. When your spirit calls out, I open paths. Therefore, through this channel, I have set before you a guided 31-day experience, a process where daily I can speak more deeply to your spirit. This is not just a guide. It is a path of restoration, alignment, and growth created to fortify your belief, renew your hope, and open doors you couldn't have conceived of. If you feel this call, access the link in the description and the first pinned comment on this video. Begin this course of healing, reconnection, purpose, and success today. I will be with you on every page, guiding your steps and illuminating your way. If this message touched your heart, like this video and subscribe to keep receiving my word. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next video.